Hello everyone. It's been a while, huh? As we're now past the midway point of the year, I feel now is an appropriate time to make an update video. Yes, another update video, but we have got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the lack of videos on the channel over the course of the last year and a half. My consistency has been almost as bad as grade A under A. To be fair, I did say almost. I aim to make up for this with more consistent uploads, at least one a month, so we'll see what I can do. There have been a few reasons for this lackluster upload schedule of mine, and I'll explain those that I can without getting too far in depth into my personal life. First of all, I recently started full-time employment. As you can imagine, this makes working on YouTube a little difficult, seeing as I now need to balance training, gaming, social life, work, sleep, writing, and YouTube all at once. And often, some fields get neglected for others, but I am working on that. I'll find a balance eventually. The second reason is that I've been putting a lot more focus onto my physical training and my martial arts. I got my brown belt back in May and my green kickboxing badge earlier this week, so it's definitely been my main focus over the last few months, attending every class that I can, improving, and working on my discipline. I imagine it'll continue to be that way for a while because I have a lot coming up, especially near the end of the year, and I will be more than happy to share that progress with you guys if you'd like to see it. And the final reason, and possibly the most exciting, I got one of these. So I've been playing it. I mean, wouldn't you? So, now that all of those reasons are cleared up, it's time for me to say thank you. The support on my newest video, the Red Dragon Archfiend Archetype Analysis, try saying that 5 times fast, has been awesome. It's slowed down a lot now after the initial view burst. It seems like it's going to keep trucking along at 1 or 2 views a day, but it feels great that you guys still enjoyed the video in that initial release, especially if it's been coming for so long. It's definitely given me a bit of my fire back when it comes to YouTube, and I've got some plans to capitalize on that. On that note, let us continue. I have always had a large list of video ideas that either stayed in progress over the years but never got finished, or just dropped out of relevance to my priority list. I think it's about time I brought some of them back now. So here's the part where I promise a bunch of new video ideas and then inevitably fail to live up to all of them, but hey, I'm a little bit older and hopefully a lot wiser now, so things could go a little differently. First of all, remember this video from way back when? The Dark Souls 3 boss difficulty ranking was one of the videos that went best for me on the entire channel. The video got a lot of support, and I'm still proud of it even today. I think it holds up very well. So, I'm bringing back the series. We're going to continue the Soulsborne boss ranking videos. This time with Bloodborne as the focus of the next entry, as I played that game earlier this year on stream, therefore it's the most recent in my mind, and it's my favourite, alongside Dark Souls 3. There's already an episode of a Dark Souls 2 boss ranking uploaded, but that series is going to be restarted. I'm going to give that game another playthrough, God help me, and then do the ranking over again with fresh eyes and a fresher perspective. Same deal for Dark Souls 1 Remastered, plus there's a couple of bosses I don't have any footage for, so I'll need to go take care of that. After that, I'll be playing the Demon's Souls PlayStation 5 remake and adding that onto the list, so we have the full 5-course meal of FromSoft Soulsborne boss battles. To add even more onto that list, I'm currently playing through Elden Ring and having a pretty good time. You better believe I want to make some ranking videos of that bad boy. I'll need to finish the game first, which isn't going to be the easiest thing in the world to do with my packed schedule and the fact that it's a From Software game, so difficulty is inevitable, but when I do, I'll be jumping on that train. About 5 months too late to capitalize on the views, but I've always been one for making content when I feel like it, not for when it's popular. And I wonder why my YouTube channel has never done that well. It's a mystery to this day. The same thing applies to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, only at a much slower pace and much lower of a priority, seeing as that game is, well, also really hard, and with my limited free time, I'm not sure I can dedicate enough hours to it to get it done quickly. But hey, we'll see what happens. It's definitely coming, just work in progress. Anyways, that is a large part of the upcoming video ideas. I'm very excited to bring Soulsborne back to the channel. It's a game series I'm passionate about, and it's more alive than ever with Elden Ring. So hey, let's see if we can have some fun times together when talking about our favourite masochism simulator. Speaking of boss rankings, remember the Devil May Cry ones? We're restarting those. Yes, I know, it was already half done, and restarting it is a bit of a kick in the metaphorical balls, but I have 3 good reasons. 1, opinions change over time, and I know that list has been rearranged more times than I can count. 2. I played DMC Devil May Cry, so now I can add that boss roster into the rankings for the more complete experience. And the third reason... there was a boss included in the special edition, so I definitely need to add that one in too. So I'll be remaking the list, hopefully at a quicker pace than I did the original run, and actually seeing it through to its completion, because I definitely want to talk about the better Devil May Cry bosses. I've got a lot to say, and hopefully you guys are going to be along for the ride like you were last time. I also have a couple of other boss ranking videos in mind as well, such as the Batman Arkham franchise, God of War 4, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Metal Gear Rising, and a few others, such as Nier Automata. So if you guys want to see those, drop a comment and I'll move the games up on the priority list. For those of you who may be a bit worried, don't worry, I'm not just becoming a boss ranking channel. I also rank anime arcs as well, specifically Fairy Tail. Yes, another series that was going really well until I got inconsistent and haven't done it in over a year. I'm very smart like that. I'm planning to make a return to this series with the next arc up on the list, but it's not a high priority right now. The main reason is that I really don't like the arc that I have to review next, and I don't have that much to say about it, so it'll probably end up being a shorter review than the last one. I also received a few comments on my Avatar arc review giving some criticism, and I agree. I'll address those more in the next entry of the list, but some things in that video really aren't elaborated on very well, or I deliberately don't elaborate on them for the sake of a joke. I'll keep that in mind for the future, it'll help me make my content even better. Thank you for the criticism. In any case, I hope I can get these videos out at least once every 3 months. Yes, that's a wide target gap, but at least I'm being realistic and not putting extra pressure on myself, when really I don't have that much time to spare. I'm also doing a review of a PlayStation 2 Scooby-Doo game. That's a video I'm making. I'm probably going to review other games, but god damn it, we have priorities here, people. We need to recognize excellence when it's right in front of us! From over 15 years ago. This is what it is. Now, getting to what I imagine is a rather large flying elephant in a relatively small dark room of nightmare, Yu-Gi-Oh! And its future on my channel. What is it? Well, as you may know, there was over a 3-year break between the last archetype analysis and the one I recently uploaded on RDA, and that was mainly because self-doubt set in that I was just copying Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! And making bad videos in the process, that people were eventually going to get sick of and turn on me for it. I'm already seeing little glimpses of that, but the jokes are funny, so I'll take that on the chin, and they're not exactly inaccurate. However, making that Red Dragon Archfiend review was a lot more fun than I expected, despite the negativity in my opening commentary, which looking back on it I do kinda regret. Despite the gargantuan video runtime, that was definitely not intentional, the amount of effort I needed to put into that video was invigorating in a way. Committing to such a large project is kind of fun in its own sense. It's definitely rewarding when you see it completed, and seeing the initial view burst up to 100 views was awesome. It made me realize, more than I already should have known it, YouTube ideas aren't exclusive domain. You can do whatever style of video you want so long as it's not a direct copy. Yes, the Archetype Analysis series is inspired by Rada, and I have gotten a bit too close to him at times, especially when I was younger and a bit more desperate to find my footing on YouTube. But the videos are still pretty good for what they are, especially for the time, and especially with the recent one, they're only getting better. I'm branching them into my own unique style, and people still seem to like them, which is always inspiring to see. Fucking New Zealand accent making me look sus, god damn it. So yeah, I'm going to be making a few more of these archetype analyses. No guarantees on how frequent or what kind of archetypes I'll be reviewing, but they will be a continuing theme on the MattTGM channel for the years to come. I already have 2 archetypes planned out, and one of them is even fully scripted, so keep your notifications on. You might just be surprised with an archetype analysis coming to a channel near you. I'll also be doing additional Yu-Gi-Oh! Content with a fellow duelist named Invictor. Lots of different duels with varying archetypes, gimmicks, and rules, so don't worry, there will be variety to suit everyone's particular palette. I might even branch out into Magic the Gathering, because I've found yet another card game that I can get addicted to and spend my very limited funds on. Hey, I said I was older and a bit wiser, not financially responsible. So, I think that just about covers everything I needed to update you guys on. That was a lot more than I expected, but hey, I'm used to overly long video lengths by now. 48 minutes. We did have a lot of ground to cover, so I think it's justified. I hope it was all informative, and who knows, it might have gotten you excited for the near future. However, I would like to offer up one more thing. You guys can vote on what video I make next. I'm either going to begin the Bloodborne boss difficulty ranking, or restart the Devil May Cry series boss ranking. Which one comes first can be up to you, the viewers. I'll post something in my community tab that you guys can vote on, and I'll also be taking into account any comments on this video. Don't worry, I am going to be making both of them regardless of the outcome. This will just help me decide which one to focus on first. And hey, if there aren't any votes, I'll just toss a coin or something. So, to repeat, do you guys want me to begin the Bloodborne boss difficulty ranking with part 1, or upload top 10 worst bosses in the Devil May Cry series remastered? Spoiler alert, the list probably won't look that much different. After all, Devil May Cry 2 is still Devil May Cry 2. And that is finally the end. I want to thank everyone for watching throughout this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that update, and I hope you enjoyed the upcoming content on the channel. I'm aiming for at least one video a month, quality over quantity, but my mental health and training will ultimately come first, though I'll do my best to keep you guys updated. Not with update videos though, that's straying a bit too close to 2018's arc. So, with all that in mind, I'll just keep on going as best I can, and let's see if we can break 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Yes, that's a very ambitious goal, and one we might not reach. But hey, why not aim for the stars? If you miss, you crash headfirst into a mountain and die. I don't think that's the saying. Regardless, thanks everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully coming very soon.